That's it, Dishy is up, completely obstruction free. Using only items that you commonly find around any normal house, like cherry pickers, angle grinders, and so on, we finally mounted Dishy 19 metres up in the air. As you probably saw on my previous videos, I live in a property that's surrounded by many very tall trees. It was near on impossible to find a location that didn't have any obstructions so Dishy could get a clear view of the sky. Rather than damaging the natural landscape, we decided that a giant pole would ultimately be the best solution to our problems. So we embarked on a part-time project that took a few weeks to complete, but ultimately resulted in a very nice stable internet connection. For those of you who are deeply concerned about lightning strikes, well, we have these power lines nearby that are both taller and have lightning wires at the top that would make a much juicier target for lightning. Now that everything is working as expected, I thought it time to give a review now that it is working in ideal conditions. How is it? In short, good. I'm happy with it. Speeds are more than acceptable for downloading, though uploads can be very hit and miss. Though the internet connection is certainly stable enough for Teams meetings, Twitch streaming and things like that, the upload speed can be problematic and inconsistent enough that Twitch streaming isn't the greatest. Here's an example of a few recent streams that I've done. Now for a shameless plug. If you're interested in watching me stream when I find the time, check out the link in the description to find me on Twitch.
Are you up for some freedom fighting?
Anything for the resistance.
Terribly sorry everyone, but one of your teammates has...
Teams meetings have been perfectly stable without any dropouts or delays to speak of, and no complaints from the people on the other end about me dropping out. I've spent upwards of 4 hours a day on Teams recently, so it has definitely been run through its paces. The Starlink app shows no obstructions whatsoever, and the only time I ever see anything pop up in the app regarding dropouts seems to be in the early hours of the morning, in which I suspect that updates have been applied. There has been the occasional no satellite issues, but again, never in any way that causes issues. Now that it has been set up to perfection, what's the verdict? Well, Starlink is the best service by far that I can get in this area, but you need to consider what my options are. I'm able to get SkyMaster or ADSL2, but I'm not even able to get ADSL1 speeds. Starlink is expensive to start with, it's expensive to keep, and it's expensive to make work right. At least it was for me. You might be fine with just putting it on the roof, but many rural properties may have the same issue when it comes to trees or other obstructions. And the reality is, Starlink has to have zero obstructions to work properly. The upload speeds really don't do much for me either. I want to stream more, but I have to drop quality in order to make it viable. It is leaps and bounds ahead of SkyMaster, and there is no point whatsoever in comparing it to ADSL. Would I get Starlink if there were cabled options such as NBN fibre to the home or even to the node? Well, probably not. Even though fibre to the node has a lower maximum download speed, I'd probably choose it over Starlink purely because the speed is more consistent, especially when it comes to uploads. If fibre to the home was available, well, hands down I'd get fibre to the home. Gigabit rocks. For what it is and what it aims to do, Starlink is a far superior alternative to NBN SkyMaster and probably to fixed wireless as well. But it was a lot more effort than I'd like to have put in to get it where it needs to be. Simple as that. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Till next time. Thanks for watching yet another Starlink related video. I'm now on Twitter. I'll be tweeting updates and a bit of behind the scenes stuff on the projects and videos that I'm working on in the future, so you should follow me there. As always, if you enjoyed the video, tell the algorithm that you liked it by hitting the thumbs up, and if you want to see more tech and other content, hit subscribe. Every new sub helps. See you next time.